We're looking forward to the derby match against City, and it's always a good game of football and a game that's played with a lot of passion.
Another great night coming up for the supporters, another local derby, this time against Swindon. Everything to look forward to.
It's the pride of the West at stake in the West match. High-flying Swindon Town take on Bristol City. Hello and welcome to the West match. Swindon Town against Bristol City. It's our 5th local derby of the season in the new First Division. And so far, the 4 matches involving our clubs have produced no fewer than 19 goals. Well, tonight, Swindon wanted goals to boost their promotion push. City were back in a relegation zone after last night's results went against them. And those results were even harsher to the Rovers. They went into tonight's home match with Peterborough knowing that they were 8 points adrift of a safety place. Well, that Rovers game coming up in about 45 minutes' time, but first, let's sit back and enjoy Swindon against Bristol City. Our commentators at the county ground, Mark Lawrenson and Roger Malone.
So welcome then to the county ground on behalf of me, Roger Malone, and Mark Lawrenson. The Swindon side, of course, still without the skills of injured stars like Mickey Hazard, John Moncur and Craig Maskell. But one man they do have tonight is player-manager Glenn Hoddle. He starts for the first time in 5 matches. From that sweeper role of his, he'll aim to continue Swindon's long run of success here at the county ground. Well, an interesting new face in the Swindon side, Brian Marwood, remembered in Arsenal's 1989 championship winning side. Brian's 33, and Glenn Hoddle has a hunch that this skilled player could help nudge his side into the Premier League. Well, now Bristol City have got number 2 there on your caption, Stuart Monroe, and number 7, Gary Shelton, the skipper, both passing fit after injuries to return to the team for this vital game. Number 11 there, Brian Tinian. It's his first game for the City. He's the transfer deadline signing from 2nd Division Bradford City. Fee still to be fixed by the tribunal. Well, this chap there talking to Russell Osman, his skipper. Tinian began life in Newcastle United's youth team with one Paul Gascoigne. Well, City fans will hope some of the Gaza magic there. Certainly he's now at 25, an experienced player for that midfield zone that has been troubling City. So it's Swindon then in all red playing left to right who get this crucial West Country derby in motion. Swindon unbeaten at home in 1993. Mark Lawrenson, what's your feeling about this one?
Well, a vital game obviously, Roger, for both teams. City firstly because they slipped into the bottom 3. A win here tonight, dependent upon the other results, will take them, 4 or 5 places up the table. And Swindon really need to win to keep in their playoff position, Rog.
Young Summerby on the ball there. Fraser Digby, Swindon's goalkeeper. Taylor to Bodin. Marwood down the left, but White has it. Steve White tidies up. McLaren, Lane. Calderwood. Hoddle. Yeah, the deceptive move one way, pass it the other. Good stuff. Opens it up. Taylor. Mitchell nicely down to Marwood. Got away from Osman well there, and that has to be a corner kick. Monroe getting the tackle in. Good move, Mark.
Yeah, the nice thing about it, Roger, that Swindon aren't frightened to go back to get the ball forward. And in the end, Marwood did ever so well just to get a corner and to put City's defence under pressure.
So a good view there of the penalty area. Sean Taylor and Colin Calderwood will be bombing in a minute as this corner kick comes in. Near post, well cleared by Osman. Marwood. Summerby. To McLaren. We've got men over on the right. This is Lane. Back the other way again. Sean Taylor still up there. Marwood. Summerby. Hoddle. Lane. Still keeping it. All the defenders still up from that corner kick. Calderwood rather wasted, I felt there. Seemed to run out of patience there, Mark.
Yeah, it's actually a good piece of defending by Gary Shelton. I think Calderwood's going to try and smash it in the net from 40 yards, Roger. I'll give you 10 to 1, he didn't make it.
Some of his throw. Brian up well there. Oh, nice little ball in there, but well picked out there by Matt Bryant. This is Monroe. Pennyfather, new names in the City lineup. And there's this, that was for Bent to chase, and he should have chased that, but he's offside. Well, it was just a little flash there of the speed that this little fella's got there, Mark. He was offside in the end, but the first ball nearly got to him, didn't it?
It's a good ball by Rossini, and that's exactly what Bent wants, Roger. The ball in front of him, in the open space for him to run onto.
Mitchell again giving Bryant a bit of trouble there. Calderwood. McLaren Calderwood. That's for Steve White to chase. Osman up well. Marwood lets rip. Well, this little fella was the third highest scorer for Arsenal when they won the championship in 1989.
Yeah, White just won the clash, didn't he? And to be fair to City, I think Bryant just got his foot in, or Scott just got his foot in to force Marwood, lift it over the bar.
Taylor. Marwood. Osman leading by example again. Tinian, Scott, Osman. Calderwood. McLaren. Scott's there. Tinian. Osman. Well read by Calderwood. Ling. No width down the left yet, so he's got to get it back to Bodin. Hoddle. Oh, look at the way he nips through that. Hey, how about that, folks? Hey, well, that's another foul there by Matt Bryant. He's going to be booked for that. Mr. Gallagher's had enough. That's a booking for Matt Bryant.
Yeah, it's just a professional foul, Roger, isn't it? Quite blatant. Bryant tries to get in there, unfortunately, to stop Bodin. It came after great play by Hoddle as well, and that's cost him a booking. And the outcome of that, Roger, he's got to be very, very careful for the rest of the game now. There's Hoddle's skill. Beautiful. Just the tail end a bit. Bad touch by Bodin, but it got him a foul. 35 yards out from goal.
So, here we go then. The free kick earned by that lovely little dribble by Hoddle. Who's going to hit it? Somerby has a good shot and a super catch there by Welsh. Well, when we see that free kick roll, did Somerby give that some stick? And what a good catch, Mark.
It was a very good save. Hit it very, very well. Didn't rise too high, but a super save by Welsh. Body right behind the ball, Roger.
And hanging on, because those red shirts were there, weren't they, if he didn't?
Yes, the way he actually caught it, which was made all the difference. If it had come away from his body, I'm sure White would have been there to stick it in the net.
Monroe. That's for Morgan to chase. He saw it all the way, but couldn't quite get there. Now, how about this, Mark? This is the way to do it when you know what you're doing, eh?
Yeah, I love this skill, look. Pass for Senior, inside of Shelton. Keeps all the balance. Almost gets tackled. Lovely ability, that, Rog.
Yes, it's a pleasure and a privilege to be around when Hoddle is playing at Swindon Town. His team are making a very good start in this game, but so are City. They're still level. So, Ling for White to chase, but no problem for Keith Welsh. Mitchell to Ling. To White. Bodin. Osman against Mitchell, and Osman had to be quick there, and it turns to goal! Brian Marwood, the new man! 20 minutes gone. Swindon Town 1, Bristol City 0. The home fans love that, both the score and the quality, Mark.
Yes, came from Bodin's long ball. I think Osman was in two minds, thinking the keeper was coming. He only helped to knock it against himself, and a lovely, lovely header there to put Swindon in front 1-0.
Yes, Mitchell does so well, doesn't he? Look, gets up, puts Osman under pressure, and the instinct of a class footballer. Not many teams come here and survive after going 1 down at the county ground. But there's plenty of time left for the City. Monroe to Bent. In comes Rosinha. Good catch by Digby. Mark, Leroy Racine has already shown in this game he's got that ability in the air.
He has super leaping ability. This is a super catch by Digby. Under pressure from two players.
Well, a little bit of nonsense going on over there, Mark. Did you spot anything?
Well, actually, it looks. I thought Mitchell maybe retaliated to Bryant's challenge on the halfway line, but I don't think, Roger, that the referee saw anything of it. John Gorman was at the bench straight away, trying to calm it down, but I don't think the referee's seen that much of it. Yeah, here we go. He's just seen a little head. There you go. He's had a little butt at him, Roger, and if the referee'd seen it, he'd have been straight off the pitch. Fortunately for both players, they're both on.
Tintin, the man you like, for Bent to chase. And Bodin, glad he had a bit of a start there, Mark.
Yes, he did. He covered very well, actually, but just a real good example there of Tinian, looking to pick players out, you know, play the ball in front of him, and he looks a quality player with a lovely left foot, Roger.
So, Scott, he's got a left foot, but not connected with the power he can show.
Yeah, just burst free the tackle from Mitchell. He looks to have an almighty thump, and I think that's probably in the first row, about 25 yards wide of the goal, Rog. He won't want to see that one on the telly tonight, will he?
Mitchell and Bryant continue that. Hello, hello. Little pulling and tugging there. This is White. And a little bit of hurdling. I thought Cheltenham was over, lads. I thought the Gold Cup was finished. But a little bit of fire and treacle coming into this one, Mark.
Yeah, Shelton's unlucky, Roger. He's trying to get the ball the first time. He's got his back to White. White just fell over him. And unfortunately, they got a free kick given against him. And I think Mr. Osmond's probably had a word out of tune with the referee. He's going to get booked now. I think the City managers, it's rather harsh on him because he's only trying to point out to the referee that Shelton was going for the first challenge. He had his back to White, therefore he couldn't really have brought him down, but it's cost him a booking. So that's both central defenders for City now on yellow cards. You're going to be very, very careful.
So, are we going to have another of those tremendous free kick shots from young Summerby? Or will they vary it? There's the City wall. Hoddle, Bodin chips it. So this man Taylor, but it didn't quite work out aerially wise. Goodness me.
Yeah, he just tried to turn him then. I don't really think that's much of a foul, Roger, at all. And unfortunately for City, I think Rosinha kicked the ball away. But it's only adding to their problems. Because again, a free kick for Swindon in a dangerous area for Bristol City.
So, some of his free kick. Hoddle. Well, should get that, does. Ling lets it go for the throw to Marwood. Again, Leroy Senior's back there defending. Marwood's caught that one. Mitchell and Rossini are having words. Marwood, the goal-scoring hero, still on the deck. Let's have another look at that incident if we can, Mark.
And Marwood just got the ball, shielding it, and Leroy... Actually, that's a very, very good tackle. It's a forwards tackle.
Bodin's corner kick. Up goes Taylor, and it's against the crossbar by Steve White. That menace, Sean Taylor from set pieces. The centre-back with 10 goals this season nearly struck again.
There's a lovely ball in from Bodin, isn't it? Taylor's up there, White off the crossbar. Well, great clearance by Monroe, and Rossini completes the clearance to City.
Handball there by Morgan, so that will be a free kick, but Steve White really should have scored there, Mark, you know. This is all going on now, he's already blown. Now, Steve White really should score there.
Yeah, he just hit the top of the crossbar. Good clearance by Monroe, and Rossini completes the clearance again.
Osman. Hardle read that all the way. Thank you very much. Let's go. Osman covering well too. Welsh. Morgan. Ah, didn't Taylor do well there, Mark, putting his head down amongst that lot.
Brave header.
And away goes Mitchell. He's not offside, but Welsh is anticipating it, and what a cool keeper.
Yeah, he does well, Welsh. He could easily kick it into the crowd. Takes it round Mitchell. And unfortunately, got no left foot. That's more like me, Rog.
Okay, now it's bent in on that one again. Bodin's away on it, and Bent's out there. And Digby had to be smart. And my goodness me, doesn't this game keep rolling when these keepers can't pick up these pass backs and have to hit it? Monroe. Now this is Bent. This is Shelton. And he missed his kick. Oh, he'll be mad about that.
Yeah, good play by Bent. See Shelton makes a forward run. And it's a terrible touch by Shelton there, really. I think I make the grounds will be doing something about that in the morning.
Bodin. Cajon. Bryant and White's got it out to Marwood. Bodin arriving. Taking on Monroe. Marwood. With the ball into Mitchell. Back to Marwood again. Got a shot in, but deflected for a corner kick.
Lovely play by Swindon again. Lovely 1-2 from Marwood. Fortunately for City, one of the defenders got a block on it.
Taylor up strongly. Bryant. Calderwood. White. To Marwood. And again we've got trouble here. Again an off-the-ball incident. It's Steve White on the ground this time. Someone's in trouble. I don't know who it is. He's calling number 2 Monroe over. We'll have a look at that again in a moment, but meanwhile, all eyes on what the referee... Well, there we go.
Yeah, he just caught Mitchell again. Roger, I mean, it's been going on all the game, and Bryant is now in trouble.
Called Monroe over, but as the picture showed, it was Bryant involved. What colour card is it? Well, it's the red one, he's off. And that is disaster. Matt Bryant sent off in the closing minutes of this first half. Can City snatch something back? Can the 10 men get level? That'll be a turn up for the book. It's for Tinian. It's for Scott. He's got space. The cross is good, and the header by Ben wasn't good enough, but this is. And that's very nearly trouble there for Swindon. What a good piece of goalkeeping was required. So at the end then of the first half, it is Swindon Town leading by that one goal from Brian Marwood. There's certainly been excellent value for it. Who says fairy tales don't happen in football? He's starting his first game at the county ground, puts his new club one goal up. Let's join Steve Scott on touchline.
Is it in for the kill?
Well, obviously it's going to be very difficult. 10 men always work hard, and at the same time we've got to be calm, we've got to keep being patient and play the way we've been playing the first half. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So as City kick off, straight away we can see that they brought on their number 12, Wayne Allison, during the interval, replacing Junior Bent. Mark, it would seem that they've decided that the Bent idea wasn't working and they want to have a different set of problems to pose Swindon with.
Well, that's right, and obviously Wayne Allison very good in the air, very quick as well. Bent never really got the service in the first half, Roger, and they'll be looking to Allison to use his pace and power and unsettle the Swindon defence in the second half.
And of course, with a man short, you need Allison to help out to clear corner kicks like Rossini does.
Most definitely.
So, well, there is the big fella, Wayne Allison. And straight away, the 10 men are pushing forward. Pennyfather with the throw, Allison with the cross, and Digby with the catch. Scott up well. Tinian to Osman. Marwood rather. Chance for White, he let it run cleverly for Ling, good dummy. Bodin. And Osman clearing. Bodin, McLaren. Sean Taylor back to Hoddle. Another of those long, accurate passes from the maestro. Summerby getting away from Tinian there. But Scott's tackle arriving. And straight away, the extra man beginning to tell Mark.
Yes, most definitely. We said in the first half, what Swindon do very well when Hoddle's on the ball, they get the two full-backs very, very wide, get the backsides to the touchline, and it gives you a lot of space to play in. And with only 10 men, it's very difficult, Roger, to track down Swindon's 11. What Swindon are doing, Roger, they're overloading the left flank as well with Marwood and Bodin. They look like they're going to have plenty of the ball in the second half. It's going to be a problem for Bristol City's right flank.
White. Pretty accidental, I thought, but there we are.
It shows inexperience here of Leroy. Munro has a dive in. Leroy goes to stick his foot out, and White falls over the outstretched leg.
So Bodin with it. Oh, chance for Marwood. Oh, yes, that was travelling. That was on target and travelling when it took a deflection of Pennyfather, and Marwood there knows he very nearly got a second goal.
So many variations for Swindon. Expecting the cross City. Marwood's hit it right foot. I think Scott happened to get in the way of it, deflect it for a corner.
Early jump by Munro, penalised. Bodin looking to find Summerby. Does so. Ling's given it away. Scott gets stuck in, but good recovery by Summerby to Ling. Summerby again. What a good cross under pressure. Chance for Bodin. Oh, what a good shot. Lovely save by Welsh. Wonderful football.
Great cross in. Clearance by Rossini, edge of the box, and Bodin's hit it first time. A lovely save by Welsh, diving away to his right.
Wayne Allison. Gary Shelton. Glenn Pennyfather. Stuart Munro. That's for Wayne Allison to chase. He's done well to hold off Taylor. And he's got the cross in. In the safe hands of Fraser Digby.
Allison does very well, loads and loads of strength. Managed to get the cross in. And for me, Digby's been outstanding tonight. He's caught every cross that's come into his area. He's been commanding form.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, it's Bodin. And Welsh, who's also been a smart goalkeeper for the City. Hoddle. Calderwood. Summerby. Oh, yes. But Tinyon's no slouch, is he? Got back well there, Osman. The referee spotted something. Free kick to the City.
Yeah, Summerby just a bit late in there, and Osman making the clearance and free kick to Bristol City.
Allison up well. Morgan. Allison doing pretty well. Chance here for Shelton, but he's offside. Gary Shelton, who's a midfield man who's nipped forward, well, 6 goals this season. Oh, nice play by Mitchell. Marwood has it. Bodin. Glenn Hoddle. Bodin. Osman only away to Marwood. White chesting it back. Oh, didn't quite run for Ling. But Hoddle has it. Who's he going to pick out? There it is. Oh, well cut out by Osman. One player manager thwarting another. Ling, you get the impression this second goal isn't too far away. City hanging on by their bootlaces. But they come away with Martin Scott to Brian Tinyon. Shelton. Oh, nice play. Morgan. But again, the pass not quite right in the end. Ling. Marwood. Waiting for the cavalry to arrive. Here he is. Yes. One more cross. Oh, well cleared indeed by Martin Scott. And Shelton. Well, he's not just all strength, is he, young Taylor? Nice bit of skill. Played through there. Well cut out by Scott again. Monroe. Scott up well again. Chance here for Steve White. Must be a penalty. Rossinia's tackle on Steve White, who was closing in to score. Penalty kick. Paul Bodin will take it. Leroy Rossinia there, giving away the penalty.
Yeah, burst into the air, Roger, and Rossinia's caught him, but he's trying to get through. It was clear on goal as well. If he did make contact, it was a penalty. There's a chance for Bodin to score yet another goal.
Yes, indeed. Paul Bodin, 7 goals this season, 2 of them from the spot. He'll give this a big left foot. And there it is. They don't come much bigger than that. A rocket shot. Swindon Town 2, Bristol City 0.
Yeah, it's an old Francis Lee penalty, isn't it? Hit it high and hard, right in the roof of the net. Goalkeeper got no chance.
So young Hunt coming on in place of Ling. Paul Hunt, local boy, makes good, he hopes. Morgan, good turn, no power. Digby had it covered. And a double substitution, in fact, because while that is happening, David Mitchell is taken off and Sean Close brought on. Sean Close, young striker, former Tottenham player. Glenn Hoddle obviously deciding, Mark, to use this opportunity to bring people like Close and Hunt into the picture.
Well, that's right. It gives them valuable match practice, Roger. They're 2 goals up at home. Look as though they're strolling the game. And as you say, good match practice for them, and hopefully they can try and get amongst the goals and get some confidence.
There is Close, giving away a free kick. Handball. It's been a hard night for Russell Osman, Mark.
Yes, and unfortunately for City, who's involved in their the first goal that they lost in trying to clear it, only whacked it against his arm, I think, Roger. And it cost City a goal.
Bodin, that's a beautiful ball for young Hunt to chase. He's there. So's the goalkeeper. Good play by Keith Welsh. Had to come, had to be careful not to foul the man. Did it all right.
Super ball. And they say, well, should he have to come out? He didn't commit a foul, he just got up there and Close pulled out of it. It's a good intervention by the City keeper.
Tinian. This is Shelton. A little bit of a chance here for Allison. Nice shots. But Digby was always reading it. The power wasn't destructive. And away comes Swindon. Marwood.
Good ball in by Shelton. Nice little touch by Allison. Lovely turn. But Digby always behind it. Never really troubled him.
Hoddle. Oh, nice ball into White, laid off to Close. Nice swift move, but just not enough stick in the final shot.
A lovely little dink in by Hoddle. White knocks it off, Close in mid-air. It's a target.
Morgan sorting it out well. Martin Scott to Tinian. Oh, Hoddle intercepted. Ooh. Shelton again. Tinian, chance here. Oh, dear me, Morgan missing his kick completely. But Hoddle giving it away to Scott. And it very nearly squeezed through, but I think Digby did well to get a deflection on that. Well, what a mistake there by Glenn Hoddle, Mark, putting his side in trouble.
Yeah, that's just the downside of Hoddle's play. It's a downside of Hoddle's play, really. So much time, decides to take on the last man, gets caught, and fortunately for Swindon, Digby again makes a good save.
Cut off by Close. Osman. Leroy Rossignol, centre forward, having to play centre half because Matt Bryant got himself sent off in the first half. City down to 10 men and 2 goals down. And more trouble.
I think Sean Close is going to get booked here, Roger. He's left his foot in there just on Scott. Scott's going to clear it with his left foot, and Close has just left his foot. He's going to cost him a booking.
City get a free kick. Pennyfather and Tinian over the ball. The City goal now would cause them to dream they could get something here tonight. Tinian lets fly. Well, optimistic to say the least, Mark.
Yeah, well, it was certainly worth a try, wasn't it? They haven't had many goal-bound efforts. That unfortunately sailed high Wineheads. He just he's bent his back, Roger, which is the problem. As soon as you bend your back, automatically the ball will rise.
Hunt, nice little dummy to free himself. To Somerby. McLaren. Bodin. Oh. Looking for White to run, White not quite on the same wavelength. He's away now, isn't he? And they never looked like getting the second goal, really, let's be fair. Never had the same impetus as he did with his first one.
Yeah, he just took too long, Roger, with his first touch, and Osman did well for City, managed to get his footing in the way, and the save was made easy by Welsh.
White. Hunt. Hoddle. They've built up at the back, they're coming through the middle. This is Hoddle. Oh, well cut out by Osman. To Allison. And Monroe on a chase. Taylor close. Oh, there's a chance here for Tinian. No. Couldn't get it on target or with power. He'll be disappointed about that, Mark.
Yes, he had an opportunity there, Roger. The ball sat up to him. There you go. I think Calderwood just gets a touch and it takes over Somerby's head. Nice bounce for Tinian, but unfortunately for City, he screwed it wide of the far post.
Osman up strongly. Oh, Calderwood's put his side in a bit of trouble there. In comes Morgan. Wins the corner kick. Tinian with the corner. Well cleared by Steve White. Scott to Tinian. Oh yes, nice ball back. Plenty of time to pick his man out here. Joe, yes! Leroy Rossignol for Bristol City. A good move, well constructed. And the lad who had to go back to centre-half had got forward to his proper position and knocked it home. Swindon Town 2, Bristol City 1. Aye, aye.
It's a super move between Scott and Tinian. He picks his spot. It's a great ball in, Roger. And Rossini just needed to take a touch to take it past Digby. It's put City back in the game. There again, beautiful cross. Get on the end of that, my son, and he certainly did, Rossini.
And there's Matt Bryant, who should still be out there for City, except he got himself sent off, wondering if his team can pull it out of the fire. So as Welsh hits it to Route 1, Mark, your impressions of the match overall?
Well, a fully deserved victory for Swindon, Roger. Always really in control of the game. The passing, the movement. They're always extra half a yard quick than Bristol City. And of course, the result for Bristol City means they're still down amongst the dead men. And probably one of the main things about that is the fact they're going to miss Bryant for 2 games. That's going to be a problem. They've had a problem in central defence all season, and it really leaves them in the mire.
Yes, and what a close mire it is, because when this game started, there was only 3 points separating City, who were just the wrong side of that relegation line, and the next 6 clubs above them. That's how tight it is. So I've always got the feeling that although City lose this here tonight, Mark, their salvation will be gained elsewhere. They will have, what, another 10 games to come after this. So on the showing of the new players tonight, maybe there is hope for the City that they will get out of trouble.
Well, we would certainly hope so. I think one of the pluses really from City's performance tonight, Roger, has been Tignon's display. He's done ever so well for them.
OK, so hope for Bristol City, Mark, then, in their new signings. Glenn Hoddle there, a delighted Swindon player-manager, as they get another 3 points. Unbeaten at the county ground in 1993. Swindon take another big step towards the playoffs at least, and maybe direct promotion.
Colin Calderwood, well, what do you make of that performance?
I think that obviously the sending off had a big difference in the outcome. We're delighted to win. We got a little bit sloppy near the end. We gave them a goal, it gave them half a chance, but it was only a lack of our concentration let them in. We're delighted to get the 3 points. We need them because everyone round about us is still winning, and we're still up there and we're still fighting.
A special start for Brian Marwood.
Yeah, he's come in, he's just finding his legs, you know, he's not played for a long time. And for him to score a goal, that'll help him no end, and it was a super start for us.
Were you disappointed though slightly in the second half? You let them get back in it, they only had 10 men.
Yeah, it was our own concentration. We tried to pass the ball, we made a couple of mistakes, but until the goal, we were under no real pressure at all. We're disappointed to give the goal away, bad goal, but at the end of the day, we've got the 3 points, we're still up there with the leaders. And we go on Saturday and try and get another one.
Yes, thank you. Colin, thank you.
Cheers. Thanks very much.
Well, now, time for a short break. We'll be back in a...
Disappointing night.
Yes, very. One or two things went against us tonight. You know, the sending off with Matty Bryan before half-time. That didn't help matters. The only problem I've got is if I say too much, I'm going to get myself into a lot of trouble.
What do you mean? You're talking about refereeing decisions?
Yes, I am. Yeah, I think anybody that saw the 90 minutes tonight would be very surprised at the standing of the refereeing.
Would you argue with the sending off, though?
Yes, I would. Yeah, very much so. I know I spoke to you just before, but that was a little incident on the touchline that involved one of our players and one of their players, you know, and in defence of Matty, you know, he wasn't the culprit then. So he had a little bit of a talking to beforehand from being on the end of a bit of physical stuff from one of the Swindon lads.
It was a crucial moment.
It was a crucial moment because 2 minutes later the fellas spun into him and gone down on the halfway line. It's not really a bookable offence in my opinion, but at the end of the day, you know, because feelings were getting a little bit high, the referee's made his judgment straight away and is off after 40 minutes of the game.
And would you say that made the difference between a draw, a win, and the result we had tonight?
Well, it doesn't help, does it? You know, I mean, they're third, fourth in the table, whatever. They're a very good footballing side, and the one thing you can't do against Swindon is try and play them, you know, with a man short. We gave them a good run for the money second half. They had a little bit of luck on the first goal, the penalty. Again, we're looking at little things before the penalty incident that decisions should have been made before that in our favour that weren't. You know, it's cost us dearly today.
Nevertheless, some encouragement perhaps in the second half display with only 10 men.
There's a lot of good things to take out of the game for us tonight. The way the lads stuck at the job in hand, they kept cracking on. The support here again for us tonight was terrific. We've been cheered off by our own supporters today. We've lost, we understand that, but they've been very good tonight.
Russell, thank you very much.
Thank you. Cheers.